Buhari should get a third term, Dr. Kemi. Dr. Kemi Omololu Olunoyo has come up to say that the incumbent president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, should get a third tenure. Remember that the president who is already serving his second tenure as a democratic president will no longer be constitutionally eligible for re-election in 2023. This is because he would have completed his 8 years by then. No matter how good you are as a president, the current constitution does not permit you to rule above the required years. Dr. Kemi, who is a known who's known as a controversial but accurate journalist, came up to insinuate that if president should come up for a third term, you will always vote him. I am quite sure the president must have served credibly well, but if not the constitution is reviewed, re-electing him won't be possible. But if I may ask, if he's to come for a third term, how happy will you be? That is what the article is asking. So this is actually, I'm not really sure. I think the title of this article is misleading, but it's not really misleading. She didn't really say Buhari should get a third term. She posted, I think on Facebook, she said Buhari should get a third term. Oh, wow, okay. So Buhari should get a third term. You'll always vote him. Hashtag Kemi Talks. We don't really know, is she being sarcastic here, saying that if he should get a third term, because again, it's not that he will get a third term or he's justified to get a third term, because he will not get a third term. But she's basically saying if Buhari should get a third term, you will still vote for him. Because when she says you will still vote for him, some people still will. I mean, there are people who are still out here defending bandits and defending the country, having military presence in the southeast, as well as the DSS harassing Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu. People are defending these things. For the second term, even after the first term when Buhari proved himself to be very incompetent, he still had people voting for him. Even though, yes, when it comes to voting and the eligibility of the votes, that's a whole different conversation, because we know corruption is literally the order of the day in Nigeria. But the fact remains that, I mean, listen, if he should get, there's no denial that, the devil has fans. So if, just saying, like, Buhari will still have fans even up till now. There are people who are out here defending him even when the things are right in front of them, to say that he's not doing a good job. So I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt that she's being sarcastic. But then she's a very controversial journalist. I don't know if accurate, but very controversial one. And I guess that's what would make what she said a topic of conversation. So I guess that's just what it is. If she's in support of Buhari for a third term, I mean, that is her prerogative, to be honest. I think maybe if Nigerians have not, listen, when Nigerians are ready for a change and want something to happen, it will happen, because the determination will be there to make things work. Okay, you can't really fault somebody for their opinion and their prerogative. If the constitution allows that Buhari should come for a third term, and you want to vote for him, go do it. How can I tell you what to do? How can anyone else tell you what you should do? I think she's being sarcastic here. But if they are fans of Buhari, it is obviously very sad, very shameful. But again, it's a democracy. Majority wins, and if the majority should win, that's it. And what would they do? What I am trying to say is that he's not going to be president. Of course, the constitution does not allow that, so he's not going to be president. But Nigerians want things to be better, and Buhari is not somebody that can do that. He's proving that, 8 years wasted of our lives with this kind of precedent. So that's it. But then again, you can also say that this is like a ploy for her to just stir up a conversation or just try to be relevant, I guess. Someone here says she is from the satanic coven Jezebel. Okay. Someone says Buhari, this one is looking for appointments. Give it to her because she's already getting mad. Someone says Buhari will be her father's president. All right. With your age, what? Okay, this is in Yoruba. I really cannot understand. Someone says frustrated old woman who gave you doctor. Oop. Not you coming for her title. Someone says I am an Igbo man, I will vote for Buhari. And then someone replies and says, shut up. You are not Igbo, Fulani goats like you. But then how do you know this person's, because people don't really put their names. This person's name is not there. So how do you know this person is a Fulani person? Yeah, I mean, it's such a, again, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that if you say something like this, if you say in the exact words, I am an Igbo man and I will vote for Buhari, I will just believe that she wants attention and we will just casually ignore you, okay? But then again, all these are people just saying things closer to the time of voting. We will see. We will see what people do. Um, Thunder fire you 2 times. Oh, all right. She just wants to make headline with her cosmetic face. All right. So says, guys, she meant the opposite way. It was very clear that she's been. Again, we know Buhari cannot be president constitutionally. Again, that's a dictatorship, and we didn't vote for that. Except, I don't know, the constitution change, and this government, they're capable of doing anything. So I'm just saying. But from what she wrote, she said Buhari should become president again. You will vote for him. Just saying that, even as bad as Buhari seems right now, she still knows that there are people that will be out there and that would defend Buhari to the T. I mean, even in London during the time of the protest where he left, at the time where doctors were on strike, the country was in chaos, and Renan Monkey sort of led the protest in London against, yes, Buhari's medical trip. There were people that were paid in London to go to his house and defend and shout Buhari's name. I think they gave them like what, little £50, and they were all losing their birthrights and all that, and losing integrity for what, £50. But still, there were people there who were, as on one side of the street. So we have Buhari's house on one side of the street, and that's where the pro-Buhari protesters were, and on the opposite end, we had the actual, people criticizing and protesting against Buhari's trip in London. And it was just like a battle of, protest and words. So what I'm saying is, okay, fine, she might be sarcastic or she's not being sarcastic. The fact is, it is her prerogative and you cannot change that. So what we're going to do, we're going to move. So again, this may be sarcastic, it may not be sarcastic, but listen, you can't have everyone being the same and, having the same, sort of discussion when it comes to issues and topics like this. Like this, what are they going to do? They're going to move. Again, it's sad, but what else can you do? You can't force somebody to change their opinion. You can convince, but it's the person's choice at the end of the day. Again, I don't think she's a very accurate journalist. She's very controversial, but that's where it really ends. Put what you think about this in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.